Oh, yes.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to take a truncated look at Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise number 2, and this is the Battlemaster Smashdown. The reason this is going to be a shorter review than normal is because I already reviewed Smashdown back when he was released in Siege. So I'm going to have a link to that review in the description, and I'm also going to drop a card on the screen right about now so that you guys can take a look at that if you want something more in-depth as far as the transformation and all that. This is primarily just to see what's changed, what hasn't. The only reason I bought this new version, honestly, is because of the whole universe map piece that's on the card. You know, they really kind of got me good by including those on toys that have already been released. So now my OCD self wants to complete the map. I got to double dip on some things. Now this guy, I don't mind so much because he's $6, but Astro Train, ouch. Hope I can find that guy like a half off clearance or something, because, geez. So anyway, if you've seen my reviews before, you know how this goes. We're gonna take a look at the figure's packaging. We'll see his instructions, take a look at his different modes, and then at the end, get some final thoughts. And of course, I'll be comparing him to the Siege version, though, as far as I know, there's zero difference between them, but maybe we'll spot something small. Who knows? So Smashdown's packaging is done up in that nice, cool Earthrise blue. The artwork of him specifically, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's recycled from the Siege drawing, just given a different background. I could be wrong, but I think that's the exact same pose he had for Siege. You can see our guy here with the handle for his hammer mode, and if you look down, you can see the fire blast effect. Turn him around, and you have your renders. You got Smashdown's robot, or I guess Minotaur mode, big old hammer mode, transforms in 6 steps. And that's it. That's all there is to see there. Right here, Smashdown's instructions. And aside from the blue and the kind of styling in the background, probably just a copy and paste of his Siege instructions. So you got your render, all that, and then his transformation. And you can plug his tail into his butt, and then transform him into a hammer with complementary fire blast effect. And something that the renders don't show is that he can actually wield that little stick thing as like a club in his hands. I'll show you that in a second. Here is Smashdown's map piece that I also carefully removed from his packaging. And I'm a little annoyed because you can see where the paper had been kind of cut into. And that wasn't me. It was just from the way he was packaged, I guess, or the way it was handled. So that's annoying. I did my darndest to get this out gently. But anyway, you can see you got some lines going here and there. You got what looks like a small planetoid or moon right there. And, you know, this will just join up with the other pieces of the map to create a whole. Now here's old Smashdown in his robot mode, or Minotaur mode, whatever you call it. And this is what I was talking about with him wielding the stick. Looks pretty cool. Looks like he beat you down with it. And I won't get too into detail about how this works. You can see the original review for that. But you can see he's still just as cool and tough looking as he ever was. And here for comparison is the Siege version of Smashdown. And looking closely at it, there doesn't seem to be any difference between these two. The exact same plastic colors, paint colors, same paint placement. Tolerances feel pretty much identical. So yeah, unless you want the map piece, you don't have to feel like you're missing out on anything if you don't pick this version up. It's the same exact toy. Right now, to show off Smashdown's hammer mode ×2, you got the angriest little bot around, Mr. Cliff Jumper. And I chose him because he's got rage issues and, you know, color matches pretty well, so I dig it. And he looks especially dangerous being this little bruiser wielding 2 of these big old wrecker hammers, which, by the way, if you haven't watched the first review, it's been established that Smashdown is kind of like the mascot of the wreckers. So his hammer is, you know, kind of their signature weapon, I suppose. Which makes sense, right? Wreckers, big old hammer, wrecking things. Not to mention he's like a bull, so he charges into battle, and, you know, thematically it works very well. So yeah, I mean, if you saw the first Smashdown review, nothing new here. Just a big old hammer with a big old smashing effect tacked onto it. And overall, it just looks very, very cool. So a real quick final thoughts, since I already gave mine previously. You don't have too much of a reason to get this guy unless you didn't get the Siege version. Now, I know a lot of people didn't because apparently the distribution was very poor. I personally didn't notice because I got mine online, but I guess he wasn't really in stores, which, thinking about it, I don't recall seeing one in stores before Earthrise. So if you missed out, perfect opportunity to get him again. He's completely unchanged, so you didn't miss anything the first time around. And this time he comes with a map piece, so he's slightly more useful than the Siege version. Either way, he's a fun little toy, and if you don't have some version of him, I'd recommend getting him. He's one of the best battle masters out there. Of course, that is just how I feel. I'd love to know what you think. Is this guy so good that he's worth double dipping for just to get a map piece? Why don't you tell me what you think in the comments section? If you like this review, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this or any of my other content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always get a heads up when I post something new. And thank you for joining me for this second look at the Autobot Mini Wrecker Smashdown. And with all that said, I will see you next time.